Hello students, today let's see chapter 2 Acids, Bases and Salts from your Science Part 1 textbook. Before we could go to the lesson, let's know what is the need for studying this chapter, Acid, Bases and Salts. Acids and bases are very essential to human body to regulate proper blood circulation, to balance the pH levels. Unbalanced acids and bases can cause many problems. Acids are also used to remove rust and other corrosion from metals. Base such as baking soda can be used as home remedy to treat the problem of acidity. Salts are used for pulping, for neutralization, for washing and bleaching. And today let's see what are acids. Acids are chemical agents that release hydrogen ions when added to water. The properties of acids are it is sour to taste, they change the color of blue litmus paper to red. Base. Base is a substance that can accept a hydrogen ion from another substance. And the properties of base are it is bitter to taste, they change the color of red litmus paper to blue. Let's see what are indicators. Indicators are the chemical substance which give different colors in acidic or basic medium. And there are different type of indicators. They are natural indicators, synthetic acid-base indicators and olfactory indicators. Now let's see the natural indicator litmus. The litmus paper is a purple dye. It is extracted from a plant called lichen. And the example of colored petals are hydrangea, petunia and geranium. And we know turmeric also is a natural indicator. When it comes into contact with the soap water, it turns reddish brown. Let's see an experiment to test whether the given solution is acid or base. You have been provided with 3 test tubes A, B and C. One of them contains distilled water and other 2 contain an acidic solution and a basic solution respectively. If you are given only red litmus paper, how will you identify the contents of each test tube? In each test tube, put blue litmus paper. In test tube B, it will turn red, but no change will occur in test tube A and C. Put litmus paper in the test tube A and C. It will turn blue in C, showing it contains basic solution. But no change will occur in A. Therefore, A contains distilled water, B contains acidic solution and C contains basic solution. Let's see one more experiment. A knife which is used to cut a fruit was immediately dipped into a water containing drops of blue litmus solution. The color of the solution is changed to red. What inference can be drawn about the nature of the fruit and why? Here, the fruit is acidic because acidic solution changes blue litmus solution into red color. Now, let's move on to indicators, olfactory indicators. Substances whose odor changes in acidic or basic media are called olfactory indicators. Example, onion, vanilla and cloves. Onion smell can be observed in acidic solution but not in basic solution. Vanilla essence and clove oil also behave in acidic and basic medium in the same way. Principle of olfactory indicators. An olfactory indicator works on the principle that when an acid or base is added, then its characteristic smell can be detected. What observation do you notice when few drops of dilute hydrochloric acid solution is added on a cloth strip with odor of onion and few drops of sodium hydroxide solution is added on another cloth strip with odor of onion? Onion has a characteristic smell. When a base like sodium hydroxide is added to a cloth strip treated with onion extract, the smell is destroyed. An acid solution, hydrochloric acid, does not destroy the smell of onion. Take about 5 ml of dilute sulfuric acid in a test tube and a few pieces of zinc granule. This experiment is to test how metals react with acids. And here, what do you observe? An acid like hydrochloric acid, nitric acid and acetic acid is taken instead of sulfuric acid. The same observation is seen when sulfuric acid is replaced when hydrochloric acid, nitric acid and acetic acid is added. Here, where as soon as the acid is added to the metal, immediately the metal combined with acid and hydrogen gas is displaced. Here, metal displaces hydrogen gas from the acid. The rate of the reaction depends on the strength of the acids. If it is a strong acid, then the hydrogen liberation will be faster. And if it is a weak acid like acetic acid, the liberation of hydrogen gas is slow and it is also very less. So from this it is understood that when metal combined with an acid, it liberates hydrogen gas and it forms salt. So here is a word equation, that is acid plus metal gives salt plus hydrogen gas. Here is the same chemical equation, reaction of metals with acid and bases. Acid react with metal to produce salt and hydrogen gas. Zinc plus hydrochloric acid gives zinc chloride plus hydrogen gas liberated. And zinc plus sodium hydroxide gives sodium zincate plus hydrogen gas liberated. From this experiment it is understood that when the metal react with both acid as well as base, it forms salts and there is displacement of hydrogen gas. The same way, acids react with metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates to give salt and carbon dioxide. When the carbonates, metal carbonates such as sodium carbonate react with hydrochloric acid, it gives the salt sodium chloride and water, carbon dioxide is liberated. The same way, when sodium bicarbonate combined with hydrochloric acid, it gives the salt sodium chloride and water and carbon dioxide is liberated. To check whether the gas that is liberated is only carbon dioxide, there is a small test. You can see the delivery tube in which carbon dioxide is coming out from the test tube. And when it enters into another test tube of calcium hydroxide solution, that is lime water, the carbon dioxide gas turns lime water milky and you will see the white precipitate forming down. The white precipitate is settling at the bottom of the test tube, which is the limestone, that is calcium carbonate. Take two test tubes A and B. Take about 0.5 gram of sodium carbonate in test tube A and about 0.5 gram of sodium hydrogen carbonate in test tube B. Add about 2 ml of dilute hydrochloric acid to both the test tubes. What do you observe? Sodium carbonate on reaction with dilute hydrochloric acid forms sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. As sodium carbonate is a basic salt, while hydrochloric acid is an acid, neutralization takes place. Hence, salt is formed, water also is formed, and carbon dioxide is liberated. With this, I wind up today's class. Thank you, children, and please go through all the points, whatever is discussed today, and practice the diagram and practice the chemical equation at least 3 times. Thank you.